Hi guys, this is S77th Yeti. Today we're going to be attacking an SA11 BUK site. We're going to use terrain masking to enable us to get in right close to the site and drop some cluster bombs on it. So I'm just going to go through weapon setup for you and make a few other adjustments, and you'll be able to see how to do it. So first thing we do is set up our weapons. I'll just stick the autopilot in path. We're outside the weapons engagement zone of the SA11 right now. So we go to DCS. You can see we've got a bunch of Mark 82 airs and also one CPU 97. So if we get a profile, that's the SA11 search radar. Stick on primary. We go to CPU 97. View profile. Now we can't change much here, so we have to go to inventory and set up the HOF, which is the height of function. So we select the CPU 97, select it again here, CPU 97, and we see HOF is at 1800. So we're going to be attacking from low level, so that's no good. So if we set it to the lowest value, and then we select load, that's now set so that we can drop it from about 400 feet before it activates. The Mark 82 air, just in case we need them, we'll set up that as well. Get back to station, profile, Mark 82, view profile, CCIP, that's right, we want ripple single. We want to release all of them at once, so we've got 4 stations with 3 bombs each, so that's 12 total, so we go 12, quantity 12, we want quite a good spacing, so if we go for 150 feet, there we go, 150 feet, CCIP, that's good, save it. TAD, zoom out a bit so we can see the map. Now we'll go across to the targeting pod. Control, we'll go latch on, which means when we press the laser button it stays on for marking purposes until we press the button again. Return that. Okay, then we go up to function 5, back down to the CDU. What this does is it doesn't auto switch waypoints, which I find quite annoying. Back to waypoint. So there's a few more things we need to set up. One of them is the CCIP drop mode. So if we go down here to the IFCC, if we select that onto test mode, we can see there's a bunch of options here. CCIP consent to drop. So if we select 3 nines, which is the best option, allows you the most kind of variance. 5mm means you have to be really exact with the pipper. So 3 nines means it needs to be in the circle when you drop, which is fine. So we'll leave that there. We also want to be able to tell what height we are using height tapes. So if we go down here, I think it's display modes. Tapes, metric, radal tape, we'll select that to yes.
Warning, autopilot.
I didn't want to do that. I get that switch wrong all the time. So, back down again. Yep. EAC we need to reset. Okay, so we're a bit off course and we don't want to wander into the engagement zone, so we'll get back down to a low altitude here. And we'll also select the correct profile in DCS mode. Activate profile, back to TAD. Okay? We'll stay at a reasonable height because we need to identify the target using the targeting pod. So if we switch waypoints to waypoint 3, which is near where the target is, we select the targeting pod, then we China hat forward long, that should sloot onto it. We're not high enough to be able to do that, so I'll just orbit so that we can see it. Oh, we can see it now. Select altitude in the autopilot mode. Oh, that's it. Select targeting part as center of interest. Zoom in a bit. Oh, we can see the dots there. That's the SA11 BUK site. Zoom in a bit. China hat forward short means we can zoom right in on the target. So the thing we want to hit is the radar, because that's the thing that allows the BUK to fire. So what we want to do is we want to head straight at it, fire the laser, and then select it as a mark point, or create a mark point for it. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick 180-degree turn. It's over there somewhere. And you'll see when the targeting pod's pointing in the general direction, it'll turn from INR A to area, which it has done now. That means I can laze it. So if I start lasing it, I'll TMS up long. No, it's disappeared again. I need to come back down onto bearing again. That's it, we're still lasing it. And I'll TMS right short to create a mark point. Okay, we've created a mark point, switch the laser off. Throttle back down, lose some height. We're still not in the engagement zone, so we're still okay. So what we need to do now, we'll switch the nav to mark point, and we should be able to go to mark A, which we have done. So that means we've got mark A selected as the steer point, and the targeting pod will always point at mark A now. If we didn't make the mark point, the targeting point can lock onto the sides of mountains and stuff, which can be a bit of a pain in the arse. Select CDU again, because we won't be using the targeting pod that much more. Okay, and now we can get really low. Start our run into target.
Pull up, pull up.
I don't want that altitude alert. Okay, you can see the SA11's about to lock us up now. That will disappear any minute now when we drop below this hill, which it has done. Altitude alert set to 50. Throttle up, we need good speed for this. Don't worry about the invalid fusing. That just means we're too low at that point to be able to drop anything.
Pull up, pull up.
I'll switch labels off because that's cheating.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
So you see the altitude tape
Pull
on
up,
the right
pull
of the
up.
hood. We want to keep that halfway between 1 and 0, so very low.
Pull up,
It's telling
pull
us
up.
we're at about 200 feet right now, which is kind of too high, and you can see that the radar from the BUK 11 is still painting us.
Pull up, pull
And
up.
it's just locked us up, so we need to lose some more height.
Pull up, pull up.
So we're low enough now, and we need to keep that low.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
And we can fly through trees.
Pull up, pull up.
So you can see here we got 9.1 miles to run.
Pull up, pull up.
It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Hearing the bitching
Altitude,
Betty
altitude.
complaining about your attitude
Pull up,
all the
pull
time,
up.
but hey, I've yet to figure out a way of turning that off.
Pull up. Pull up.
It's also quite good fun to fly under the transmission wires.
Pull up. Pull up.
So if you need some more situation awareness, you can pop back
Pull
up.
Pull up.
Zoom in on the target, you can see the target's there. Zoom back out. Before he gets a chance to lock you back up, you can zoom down again quickly.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
So we've got 2.6 miles to run. At
Pull
about
up,
1
pull
mile
up.
to run, I'll pop up briefly, then I'll enable us to put the target pipper over the target.
Pull up. Pull up.
And here we go, up. And we
Pull
got
up,
good
pull up.
hits. Nice. Okay, so that was a good bomb run. What we'll do now is we'll switch to Mark 84 airdrops and we'll take out the rest of the targets. On the airfield, which is nice. You can see the SA11 still painting us because that's actually got its own little radar. So we've now got Mark 82 rather airdrops. There's a bunch of other targets on the airfield. We need less height to drop these Mark 82s using 3/9 because we don't need a height of function. They've got little parachutes on them, which means they have more drag than a normal dome bomb, and they won't take the aircraft out if we drop them at low level. So let's roll in on the airfield again. Oh yeah, we can see we've got some lovely targets over there. So what we'll do is we'll line up so that our bombs drop along the target line. And that's good hits. Excellent. Okay, so it says release aborted because I I stopped the pickle button. I've just released the final few, and we'll just make sure there's no more targets left with our guns, and that'll be it. There's still that SA11, what's that doing?
Pull up. Pull up.
I think we've done sufficient damage there. Let's call it a day.